Peace, God and goddesses. Welcome back to my podcast. It's your girl, Conscious Concubine. Hope you're doing all right. So, today I want to talk about the importance of equality and how having inequality amongst women, men, whoever, it doesn't just affect women, it affects the men as well. I mean, the suicide rates of men are like flying high, you know what I'm saying? And all because of this toxic masculinity. So I want to talk about it. Before we get started, I just want to let you guys know that this podcast may be a trigger to some people that have been harassed, abused, or assaulted in any way. It is not my intention. It is only to talk about things as they really are and how we can heal from them and evolve as a community and as consciousness. I hope you enjoy. And once again, thank you for watching, listening. So, if you don't already know this, Bad Bunny dropped a new album a few days ago called Un Verano Sin Ti. And in that album, there's this song called Andrea. And it talks about a woman who is just an honest person, beautiful inside and out, who has gotten fucked over by men over and over, disrespected, and the government has never backed her up and instead turned against her, and how she's fearless, careless, because nothing ever gets to her, you know. She'd rather die than live in fear because of shit that men might do. And she just enjoys her life, but she's judged by everybody, and every day she's just hustling to make ends meet, you know. And I feel very identified with this girl. And honestly, Bad Bunny, I can officially say he's one of my heroes after this song. Like, I've always loved him, but like, yo, it's just the way he can paint an entire lifetime in a song in such a beautiful way that it feels like you're being healed inside your soul, you know. And at the same time, he's raising awareness. Like, how many male rappers in the industry right now, you know, that are doing this? Like, I haven't listened to an entire album yet, or maybe I have, I'm not sure, but almost every song is praising women, and I'm pretty sure all of them is just, you know, you gotta have the casual, I don't want to date you, I just want to fuck, like, but still, even then, it's like in such a respectful way, because it's like, bro, there's nothing wrong with sexuality. I mean, you know, religion is always trying to condemn it, and societies too, but like, sexuality is part of spirituality. You can't have one without the other. You can't open up your soul without opening up your body. You know what I'm saying? Like, but the point is that praising sexuality in a way that puts respect on both women and men is just beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no need to be playing games. We can just be honest and be respectful if we just loved ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, men need to put a little bit of work. Nah, actually, men need to put a lot of fucking work and heal themselves, because the thing is, you cannot pour from an empty cup. And if you wake up, you don't even brush your teeth, you go to work with dirty ass clothes on from like 2 days ago, you're fucking running around without any money in your pocket because you're wasted at the moment you get it, like, you're not taking care of your needs, you're not gonna be able to take care of the needs of a woman, even if you wanted to. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying that men just don't want to be good. You know, some men do want to, but they just can't fucking help it. And fuck up and fuck up and fuck up. Why? Because they see themselves as people who fuck up. They associate themselves with actions and habits that make them fuck up. Like, for example, anecdote time. Let's say that you are skiing down a hill that has very narrow paths, and the hill is steep, is, you know, advanced level type shit, and there's a lot of trees in the way, and the whole time you're going down, you're thinking, I don't want to hit the trees, I don't want to hit the trees, I don't want to hit the trees. The possibilities of you hitting a tree are very likely because you are focusing on the tree. But if you want to avoid the trees, focus on the clear path. You know, you tell yourself, I'm gonna stay on the path, I'm gonna stay on the path, and when you focus on that, that's where you stay, and it's fun that way, you know. But the thing is, men are out here talking about like, oh my God, I shouldn't date because I know I'm gonna cheat on her. I'm a cheater. That's just what I do. Well, bro, stop saying shit like that. You're crazy. Like, you literally create your own reality. Words are spells. What do you think is called spelling? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're out here saying how bad you are. You're gonna keep on being bad, bro. I mean, it all starts with a thought, and then a word, and then an action, and then a way of life. If you keep thinking these negative thoughts are yours and keep taking it as your own and letting emotions take control of you instead of learning from them, bro, you're never gonna grow or evolve. You're always gonna be miserable and bitter. A stick is gonna be up your ass. You men love to hide your pain, but in reality, bro, to us empath, that shit can be smelled from far away. So it's like, I don't know, at this point, I'm praying for everybody, bro. I can see how everybody's just suffering and everybody's just lost, and how the government, aka the 10%, are fucking using the media to keep us both at bay. Like, we're all suffering here. And my goal with this podcast is to help everybody heal. So I'm not by any means saying that just because an abuser has their own demons, that it's okay for you to stick around and let them abuse you. Never. Never. I say this in almost every podcast. No, almost. I say it in every podcast. Guys, don't stick around toxic situations because you pity people or you feel guilty. You are not evil for taking care of yourself. You came here alone. You're going to die alone. These people don't even give a fuck about you. As harsh as that may sound, is the truth. Because a person that doesn't give a fuck about themselves cannot give a fuck about you. It is physically impossible. Like, hello, you're asking for fucking gold to come out of a baby cow. You know? This is impossible. Like, instead of falling in love with the idea of somebody, with the potential of somebody, with this fantasy, or instead of just wanting to be with somebody because you're lonely, bro. Didn't Ziza tell you anything? She literally said, we get so lonely, we forget that it's worse. We get so lonely that we forget our worth. We are so much better. And now that I've been spending so much time alone, against my will, because it's just, obviously, I cut off everybody who hurt me. And the people that were in my life that were good, they were all busy, including my mom. So I literally couldn't talk to nobody for like an entire week of isolation. And in that time, I understood why I was hurting and what I had to do. And as of today, I'm no longer depressed. I actually started this podcast yesterday, and I was going to continue what I was saying yesterday today, but it just didn't feel right because yesterday I was in a completely different mindset. And I'm going to tell you guys why. I woke up and I listened to this audiobook. It's called The Science of Getting Rich. Everybody should listen to it. It only takes 2 hours. And it taught me so much about how everything can be changed in just a second. Like, in reality, all it takes is for us to not just think for what we want, but actually do some action towards that. That is it. That is it. That is it. That is it. And it's like, we would like to self-sabotage and do other stuff to distract ourselves from what we really want to do. But it isn't until we hit rock bottom that we snap out of it. Me, yes, I had to hit rock bottom. I was very hard-headed. I mean, I used to be a stripper for a little while, on and off. I barely, like, if you accumulated all the time I stripped, it was less than 3 months over the course of 2 years. The first time I only stripped for 12 days, and then I took a 8-month break. You know, that's how I was doing it. Because I made enough money to be fine, and I was traveling and I had enough money, so I didn't have to go back to work. But when I went to Milwaukee in March of 2022, I was working and I got fired for absolutely no reason. But I knew I was going to get fired before I even started working again. I had a feeling that the universe was going to take that job away from me because I actually didn't want to go back to work. And I was forcing myself to do it because I wanted fast money, fast cash. But you know what they say, easy come, easy go. So I did lose all my money in a manic episode. I spent it all. A lot of bad shit happened to me and traumatic stuff that I had to deal with, like one after the next. It was fucking bollocks, fucking insane. And I just had to hit rock bottom. And I went to apply to a club here in Puerto Rico. and I did not get hired. They offered me another job at another club, but now I'm wondering, should I even fucking go? Like, at this point, I know I've had dreams about this. Like, what I'm supposed to be doing is this podcast. I'm also meant to be filming, creating, you know, not sitting at home fucking worrying about what I'm gonna do with my life in the future as I make a lot of money and just spend it on stupid shit I don't need. And, you know, like, stripping, at least for me, became a crutch. I ain't got nothing against stripping except the fact that men are fucking dumb, and every time they spoke, I felt like I was getting dumber by the second. But, like, stripping was fun for me, and especially in clubs that were safe. So, like, I have nothing against it. It's just that anything that becomes a crutch from your true purpose, gotta go. You see, I was making so much money that I didn't feel the need to make art at all. I wasn't making any art the whole time. And now that I don't got money, I'm making the most art. But I wanted to tell you about the book. We have the power to control anything. If we just think that if we believe truly in our hearts that we believe that we deserve something, we are in that frequency of that something, and it's gonna come to us. So with that thought, we attract what we want, and once the opportunity comes, with our actions, we manifest that into our present moment. However, we have this little problem of self-sabotaging. It's a little bit cliche of a word. The word I'm looking for is imposter syndrome. Whenever you're about to step into something, or you're offered something that doesn't align with the way you see yourself, aka your ego, the false self, it's just an idea that you have of yourself. When that opportunity comes to you, it feels threatening, because it feels like, oh, this is not who I am, you know? Which is why it's so important to not even put labels on yourself. For example, this whole time I've been labeling myself a starving artist, upcoming artist. Terrible idea. Because every time I got an opportunity that would take me to successful artists, I wouldn't take it, or I would sabotage myself out of it, or I wouldn't even apply, simply because of the fact that I saw myself as a starving artist. And that's not a gig for me. I don't think I can handle that. But this whole time I've been training, I've been making art for years and years and years, and the content is great. I just needed to believe that I deserved that, and want it bad enough to keep going no matter what happened. Or hit rock bottom and realize, dude, I don't want to live like this. I am so angry and so triggered. I want to be successful now, so I'm going to put in the work, and I'm done getting distracted. I'm done looking for love in other places that's not myself. I'm done taking too much yang energy, too much action, and not enough resting and meditating. Dude, it's so important to balance your life out. It is so important to just sit in silence and get to know yourself, and at the same time make some money, and at the same time do something for your body. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, you gotta do something for your soul, your mind, and your body every single day. Like, balance. You cannot just go 5 days straight out of the week working and working out maybe, and then in the weekend take a little break to meditate. No, you have to, even if it's just 5 minutes, bro. It is so important that you balance your life out. When you have health, you have wealth. And wealth is everything. You can attract and manifest whatever you want when you are in a happy frequency. So just focus on taking care of yourself and balancing your life out, and I promise you that anything you want, anything at all, can become true. Right now, theoretically speaking, I'm not rich, right? But I am. I'm very rich. I got so much shit to be thankful for. I'm thriving, and I'm realizing who I am over and over again, more each day, and it's lit. And it makes me happy that I can manifest my gifts through my own self-love and the love that I have for others. So guys, if you're the type of person that focuses on loving others but not yourself, I want you to take some time and isolate. I want you to not feel guilty about taking care of yourself first, because you're supposed to. Everybody else is doing it, so why shouldn't you? But the difference is that people are only taking care of themselves and watching out for themselves, while you only watch out for them. And that's not going to make you happy or them happy. Because in order for people to be happy, they have to be able to solve their own problems. So stop going around solving everybody else's except your own. Because everybody will keep on being miserable and feeling alone. So it's better to stay on your own, stay in your zone, stay in your dome. Don't let shit get to you. Because you're only going to make it on your own. All the greats, Kanye, Eminem, everybody. Nobody supported them. Nobody believed in them. They had to got that shit jumping at the crib, like Drake said, before people started supporting. So stop waiting for validation. Stop waiting for people's support, because you're never gonna get it until you give it to yourself. So yeah, guys. And back to the main subject that this podcast was supposed to be about. Ladies, men, everybody, I want you to love yourselves first. That way you can love each other better. And that way you cannot allow people to treat you like shit and think that you deserve that. Because in reality, you deserve better. I love you guys. Have a great day. Thank you so much for tuning in again. Peace, God and goddesses. The conscious concubine, creator of my life, connected to divine, evolving through my spine, healing the world and I, and with my love inspire, follow the guide inside. Hello, welcome to Conscious Concubine. I'm Sonil, and today we're gonna be healing from the inside out. Peace.